Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pop Culture Spread, our fun weekly movie and streaming news show with a twist. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Rick. Hit that like and subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell. We would really appreciate it. Also, remember, you can hear us on audio podcast on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and where all good podcasts are found. You can also check out our merchandise store. All the links are down below. And joining me on the show, as always, he's the other half of Pop Culture Spread and my good mate, VHS, Jace. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I'm reeling a bit. We're both reeling a bit. We've just literally come out of seeing Dune Part 2 at the film. And, but yeah, no spoilers or anything. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a masterpiece. So I'm still in that world of Arrakis. But yeah, no, it's very good. It's very, very good. Definitely check it out. But when we're here to talk about Dune 2, we're here to talk about a bunch of stories. Are we not?
We certainly are, mate. So in saying that, buddy, let's get into some big news. We've got some Spider-Man news, mate. So will Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire return for Spider-Man 4? Thomas Hayden Church thinks so. Thomas Hayden Church thinks that Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire will return for Spider-Man 4, adding that he'd love to play the Sandman again. Don't get me wrong. I did enjoy him as Sandman.
Yeah. And of course he would say that. He's starting to get old in years. He wants the gig. But it raises an interesting point. Would they do it again? I'm not sure. Could they do it again? Yes. And thirdly, what would they do? So firstly, Rick, let's get into the first point. I'm not sure whether they will, like Sony will do it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because they keep creating crap at the cinemas like Madam Web and Morbius and things like that.
Yeah.
Maybe just out of sheer financial desperation, they throw everything they can at Toby and Sam to get them back. But I don't know if they will do it. Could they do it? Absolutely, they could do it. And would it work? Yeah. You get those two back in the game together, get them all. I think it could work. And how? And the third point is, what story could you do?
I mean, I don't know, dude. You look at No Way Home, right, and how good it was to have Toby and everyone back. Everyone was super excited. They were pumped. Yes, could it work? Is Toby getting a bit on? What type of story are they going to, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the opportunity, isn't it? I mean, you know something we've never seen at the movies? We've never seen Spider-Man in his 40s.
As an old man.
Or the Spider-Man. I mean, a Spider-Man who can't keep up with his abilities anymore. I mean, there is precedent set with Batman, so Batman Beyond, where you have a really old, Bruce Wayne showing the new guard. So there's opportunities there. I'd be interested to see a Spider-Man in his later years because we've only ever seen him as a teenager or someone in his 20s. So I think there would be opportunity there to do it, but it's a big risk.
It's a stretch. It's a stretch.
Now, Spider-Man 4 news has been going on forever, so this is nothing new in the sense of the rumors. But Thomas Hayden Church coming out publicly and saying it adds more weight than anything else at this point. It's that he thinks they're going to do it, and they have an option to take him back as Sandman. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Has it got legs? I don't know. I mean, out of them, that was probably the third one would probably be the best out of those three that Sam Raimi did with Sony back in the day. I don't know. It was great to see Toby and everyone and all Spider-Mans on the big screen. It was great, but I just don't think this will have legs. For me, I don't want to see it.
No, I doubt it as well, but I wouldn't be against it. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be against the idea of them doing it. I would say that's a very bold choice to make. But at this point, considering the absolute shit that they've been dealing with recently, dude, with these films, I think at this point it's probably got more validity today than it has in the previous rumors circling around. I don't think they would do the original Spider-Man 4 script. They'd have to write a new script because there is a script that exists out there with the Vulture.
Yep.
Remember, John Malkovich was actually hired as to play the Vulture. Like, they retained his services for the role. So, there you go. Hey, Spider-Man 4 could exist. It all depends how much Sony believes in the Spider-Man universe, I suppose.
Well, they got to come up with something because I got no hopes for Craven the Hunter.
Okay. Well, what about an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man? Would you be a bit more open to that? Do you think they could do that?
Either. I didn't find them that great. I prefer Toby out of between Garfield and Toby. It would be Toby for sure. I preferred him as a better Spider-Man.
Yeah. It'd have to be like a character piece. They're like, because if you're convincing Toby to come back again, there would have to be something really significant there for him.
Big paycheck.
To be, the money, of course, but the actual story itself, there's got to be something in there for him that he's going to get a lot out of. So, who knows, guys? Oh, comic book fans out there, if anybody, there's probably stories in the comic book universe about an older Peter Parker. What's your opinion? Do you think we could could they draw from the comic book universe and have a really good storyline there that could carry Toby on being in his late 40s, 50s? Because that's how old he is.
He's shooting blanks. It'd be like, well, you never know. Hey, could happen. Could happen. All right, Jake, let's get into our next story, but let's get into other news. We've got some Karate Kid news. Joshua Jackson joins cast of the new Karate Kid movie. Joshua Jackson joins the cast of the Karate Kid movie for Sony Pictures, another Sony movie, which will star Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan. So this is a bit under wraps at the moment, Jace. I know there's not too much out.
No, but you're starting to see what's forming here. Now, Joshua Jackson's going to play the villain, right? Yeah. Very clearly, he's going to be the big bad villain in this one. And, good on him, all the way back from Dawson's Creek. But I would say, to me, I'm really interested to see what they're trying to do here. You've got to remember, we've had 6 seasons of an extremely successful show in Cobra Kai, which really expanded on the Karate Kid universe in really meaningful ways. I highly recommend that show. Here they're doing something different because now we're getting crossing the streams moments. It's kind of the Karate Kid No Way Home thing, isn't it? Because Jackie Chan's going to be reprising his role that he played in the 2010 remake. With Jaden. So now those two universes exist together. So it is their kind of multiverse, Avengers kind of Karate Kid film. So I'm really interested to see what they do here. Because I would have said after the TV series, it's done, right? It's done.
You would think.
Now, also, there was a story that came out. You can see that headline there. It says, "No Cobra Kai for Hilary Swank." That's because she's going to return in the movie, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah, she's not going to be back for Cobra Kai, but I reckon she'll be back for the movie. So there's something to be done. I mean, gee, Ralph Macchio said yes. Everybody seems to be on board. I'm sure a few of the Cobra Kai cast are confused, but why not? Why not have Danielson go to China? You know what I mean? And it's all set in China like the remake was. I'm optimistic about the chances of this film, and there's no reason I should be, Rick, but I am.
Yeah.
I think they could do something cool here because I'm not going to doubt the people behind this Cobra Kai whole thing now. They did something that was almost unachievable. Having Jackie Chan come back out again and play another, that would be awesome. Like,
Ralph Macchio back on the big screen in the movie. They've casted the Karate Kid, I believe. They've casted him.
Oh, they have? Who is it?
Yeah.
Do we know who the new Karate Kid is going to be? Yeah. All right. If they have, that's fantastic. That's good news. That's good news. So, bring it on, Karate Kid. You never know, mate. Like, the question will be, though, is it enough to get people to get up there off their asses and get into the cinema?
Not after you've had or streaming of the Cobra Kai. Like,
why am I going to go and see the movie when I can watch,
watch
6 seasons of it at home?
Correct. Like,
so,
it's got to be pretty good.
Beyond, I have to have a good script. Yeah.
Talking about good scripts and good movies, our next story. Do you like that segue? It's pretty good.
That's a pretty damn fine segue.
Pretty good little segue, you guys. Our next story, we're talking about after Babylon flopped at the box office, Damon Chesley isn't sure his next film, will be financed. So basically saying you made a crap movie, we gave you a ton of money and it flopped, and who's going to hire you? What's going on?
And that is what is now happening because of what I see the slow revolution of Hollywood. Is because when you have these, like the stories we talk about generally nearly every week about the money changing, how they can't, studios losing money, they can't afford all this stuff. Big budgets, risks now are going to become really, really hard. Now, he had earned the opportunity to have a big budget film with La La Land, the success of that, which was excellent. It didn't work for Babylon. And so, he has to go in, not director's jail, but it is going to be harder for him to get his film financed at the level he wants. It has to be like that. There is no other choice, Rick. We are in a very financially tight situation here in regards to the industry. Like, we are in here, not they are. Yeah. They are, not me. But, so, it doesn't matter how much cred you got. And this guy's got credit, dude. He's got street cred. Like, his charisma, his riz is top notch. Everyone loves this guy. But, man, it's a cutthroat industry. And maybe it's a sign of things to come for a lot of directors, no matter what films you made. You may have to live in a world of being yesterday's hero, which means, you might have had a blockbuster, but if you miss the mark, well, then maybe you don't get your shot for another 5 to 10 years again. Maybe never, It's going to be kind of really tough. And $100 million investments for studios now. They've been getting slammed now for a few years financially because of these budgets. They got to come down, and they will come down.
Well, they're saying here what it cost $80 million for Babylon, and it just made $3.5 million on the opening weekend. That's so nothing bad.
No matter the way you look at it, the financial result of Babylon was a disaster beyond disaster. Was it affected by COVID policies and things that were going on there? A little bit, a little bit, but not like it was in 2020 or 2021. So it's not a film that people... Streaming has stopped the desire for the common man, Rick, to go to the cinema for something like that. Because and I know, and everyone else knows, that all you have to do is wait about 6 to 12 weeks and you're going to be on a streaming platform, either rent to buy or free to stream.
Yeah.
In fact, streaming services incentivize these type of situations, because what it does, it's... like you have a stream. Why do you want to go to the cinema? I mean, in a way, that's what streaming services do. They encourage you not to go to the cinema. Stay home. Watch what we've got for you. So it's kind of a snake eating its own tail in a way, Hollywood at the moment.
Like, what are the cinemas actually doing to entice us to go into the movies to watch?
Not much. They come up with gimmicks, Rick. In fact, when we were at the cinema today, we saw the D-box seats, as they call them here in Australia, and they're like the vibrating, move around seats. Yeah.
We tried that. That was terrible. Yeah. Bad experience.
So the theaters can only do so much. It's now really up to Hollywood to produce content that's going to drag people into the cinema. It's kind of on them.
Yeah,
that's how
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, let's hopefully he gets another gig. We'll see.
All right, Give us films that we can get excited about, like our next story.
Yes, our great little segue, Jace. We're just on fire today, mate. We're talking about a bit of Deadpool and Wolverine. That's what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
And Corrin's villainous X-Men related role for Deadpool and Wolverine is seemingly confirmed.
Now, before we move on with the story, Rick, we should say there are potential spoilers ahead for the movie, guys.
Okay.
If you don't want to know, just skip ahead a couple of minutes. And
you have been warned.
You have been warned, but this is a good one, Rick. I was a bit jaw-dropped when I found out what her name is as a character, who they think that she will be.
Who they think.
Yeah, here we go.
And who is she going to be? Who do they think she will be playing?
Charles Xavier's twisted twin sister.
Wow. The family. Holy crap. Okay.
So her name is Cassandra Nova Xavier. Now, I personally am not a comic book nerd. Like, I've never read her, but I got really excited at the thought of that. That could create some real drama and, interesting type of thing. So
he doesn't have a good relationship with his brother either. So I'm assuming he doesn't have a good relationship with his sister.
So, it's going to be, I can't wait. I can't wait. I think that is a good choice. I think the film really doesn't need an exciting villain. It's a good villain, but really it's a movie about those two.
So has it been confirmed or not? It's just still rumored.
Well, she's been confirmed that she will be in the role at this point. And I will say, Rick, and if you've been watching the show, we primarily get all of our news from JoBlo.com. Let me just say JoBlo.com. And the reason we're not trying to steal their stories, we're sharing their stories. As far as I'm concerned, these guys have been reliable for 20 plus years. Yeah. Very reputable. They never usually steer you wrong. So even when they do come out with rumors, and I know that's been basically fact checked. Yeah, it's usually very spot on.
Yeah.
So essentially, that's who the bad villain is in. Which is about 3 months away at this point now before we get to see it. It's not that far away.
There's a lot of rumors and things that people have broken it down. When they've looked at the trailer, they've broken it down. They're saying that Lady Deadpool will be in this as well.
Yeah.
They're looking at different little Easter eggs which are floating through the whole.
I'd expect
trailer.
to see the X-Men 97 Sentinels in it. I reckon we'll get. I think it will be more focused on the X-Men universe from the last 20 years and only have a dash of the MCU. I don't think you'll find we'll get big, massive cameos from any of the Avengers, but I do think we will be catching up with a lot of the old cast throughout the 9 or 10 X-Men films they ended up making. So, there'll
be plenty of cameos. There'll be
plenty of cameos.
Not on the MCU. Yeah,
and it's this swan song. Let's face it. I don't think Ryan Reynolds will do a Deadpool 4. I think this is it. Well, he got Hugh back. So you're right.
Hugh
back, and I think for Ryan Reynolds, who's now heading into his late 40s, he's got to hang up the suit sooner or later. Maybe he could do one more, but I will say he will be in Secret Wars. You can't have that film.
No.
Well, you could, but. Everybody wants to see
if you can put the suit on, I'm sure.
Ryan, given a chance, to go. Hey man, we've got everybody in this film, all the Avengers, everybody you've ever been. He's going to want to come and hang out, right? So
he'd have to come on. This is one of the biggest movies of this year, and we cannot wait. It's not long. Back in July, let's bring it on.
All right.
Train wreck of the week is coming up. I know we love the train wreck.
We're going to do it. We're going to do
it. Who's in the train wreck this week, Jason?
Oi, Rick. This is not great for our friend Alec Baldwin, who is currently, in amongst a whole heap of legal trouble because of the unfortunate accident at this point with the cinematographer who got killed. But now the video shown at the Rush trial of the armorer, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, may point to Alec Baldwin rushing takes. So now the armorer, who really is the one on trial, it's her responsibility that those guns are
yeah.
handled properly. She's turning around and going, well, it's Alec Baldwin because Alec Baldwin kept saying, one more take, you know. Yelling, one more right away. Let's reload. Here we go. Come on. We should have 2 guns in there, and we're both reloading. Now, is that an argument to say Alec Baldwin then is responsible? I would say no. I mean, who's never worked for somebody at some point that went, come on, hurry up. We've got to get this done. We've got to get this done. Like, that happens in everyday life for people out there working. It doesn't mean that my boss is responsible for giving a co-worker a tool that I know is dangerous and that results in his death. I don't think you could blame the boss for that. I'm sure he's liable for a whole other set of reasons, but for that particularly saying, hurry up.
Look, I agree. It's her job. And if she felt that she was under pressure because he's going, let's take another take, then it's her responsibility to go, hang on, wait a minute. Yeah. Let's reassess. Let me redo the props, do what I need to do. Don't rush me. I don't work on a film set. We don't know what it's like. You know, he could be under time restraint or who knows on that side of things. But that's kind of just passing the buck, really, isn't it? You kind of just going,
and so one of a veteran armourer apparently took the stand this week and said that rushing with firearms and telling someone to rush with firearms is not normal nor accepted. In a situation like that, when you're getting rushed to that extent, that's when safety starts to fall by the wayside. Still, at the end of the day, it's their job to go, no, we follow procedure here.
Correct.
So, and here's the uninteresting thing. Baldwin and Gutierrez are both facing charges of involuntary manslaughter, right? While the armourer is also facing charges of tampering with evidence. So this is messy, man, and it is definitely a train wreck, Rick.
Massive train wreck. We don't know what is going on.
There you go.
Do they know how it all got? I mean, I haven't followed the story for a while. Yeah. I remember when it first came out, it was huge, you know. But it's not looking good for Alec. Not looking good at all. Well,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. I really don't. I mean, again, I'm not the jury. I'm not on the jury, so I don't know what all the evidence is. But it'll all come out to the wash eventually, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, well, sure. There you go. That's it, guys. That is the whole show for this week. A little short, sharp, and shiny. We had some great stories there, Jace. Guys, if you want to see more of us, you can obviously follow us here on the channel. We have a whole lot of trailer reactions and a whole lot of backdated stuff that we do as well, guys. So check all that out. All the links are down below. Jace, is anyone can catch you, Jace? Because you got a few things around.
Yeah. Catch me over in TikTok. Look up VHS Jace. Putting lots of clips up there. I've grown really significantly over the last couple of months.
They love your content.
Thank you, guys. I just clicked over to 7,000 the other day. So keep it coming because we're having a lot of fun over there. So check me out on TikTok.
Awesome. Fabulous. That's it, Jace. Great show. We'll see everyone all next week. Thanks for joining us.
See you next week. Thanks for watching. If you can do us a massive favor and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. Also, come and check out us on all our social media accounts and keep up to date. And if you're looking for some clothing, you're needing some merch, we've got you covered at the Pop Culture Spread store.